What's on guys, we're back with a brand new video. In today's video, we'll be talking about the Shai Bolton situation going on at Richmond right now, where we're not quite sure if he actually will stay or leave. So I'll be talking about that in today's video. And apart from that, make sure before we do get in the video to go down and follow my TikTok, Instagram and Twitter, trying to get some more followers over there, and also subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers or subscribers before the end of the AFL season. So without further ado, let's get into it. So at the start of the season, Shai Bolton did look like he was actually going to re-sign with the football club, but after his very impressive start to the year and arguably being Richmond's best player for the whole season, obviously now he's demanding a bit more money to actually stay at the club. But the problem that Richmond are facing right now is they don't really have the money resources to be able to actually, fork out the money to actually keep him if he wants what he's actually, if he actually wants the big money that he probably does deserve and will get at another club. So at the start of the year, he looked like he was going to re-sign, but now he recently said that he is going to put off his contract talks for the re-sign until the end of the season. Now, the track record when players saying they want to hold off the re-sign until the end of the season is usually means probably 70% of the time that they actually are going to leave the club, which is not a great sign. We all know last year, I don't think anyone actually predicted, a couple months, into the season that you would see Jeremy Cameron actually leave GWS, because he said this, it was kind of like the same situation. He said he was going to re-sign, then he said he'll put it off to the end of the season, and then he never actually re-signed and ended up leaving in free agency to Geelong. So it's looking likely that we could see Shai Bolton actually leave the club. And you're probably thinking, who would Shai Bolton actually want to leave to? Well, there's a club since he is from WA, there is a club known as Fremantle that have a young group of players and have been really, crying out for a small forward for a couple of years. They've had, different roles of like players that go into the small forward position, Swiskowski, Banfield, Schultz, Crowden, Liam Henry's a new exciting player, and then obviously they have Michael Walters, who plays a lot of half forward and midfield, and sometimes goes deeper. Just having a career worst year, which is pretty surprising, judging that he is usually one of the best players up there with Fife. But obviously they're trying to go to the younger route. So having someone like Shai Bolton, who if he actually does go to Fremantle, he'll be able to get more midfield opportunity because even though he's an exciting small forward, we all know that when he's been playing at midfield times, we kind of saw it after he actually got dropped early 2020 and ended up, once Shane Edwards got injured, he got the opportunity to play as a full-time midfielder and looked like one of the best players in the competition. This year he's got a lot more midfield time at Richmond and has been absolutely brilliant in the midfielder role. So I'm guessing if he does want to leave, it will, go with if he actually gets midfield time, because he's definitely good enough to be a midfielder. And the thing that usually entices players to stay at Richmond on the smaller salaries, because if we don't know stuff about Richmond, there's only about 3 or 4 players that are probably getting paid probably what they actually deserve. Like Tom Lynch is on close to $1 million, Dusty's on close to $1 million. I think Rhymes is up there, but like everyone else is kind of paid, probably an average salary or above average salary from probably what they could get at other clubs. So they're probably getting a bit underpaid. But the thing that really kept them at the club was that they are winning premierships. But when you get an opportunity to leave a team that is currently looks to be on the downfall, and Shai Bolton is easily their best young midfielder in their team. So if he leaves them, they're really just going back to really almost a rebuild type of situation. So, you can't be paying players, peanuts to stay at your club if you're not winning the, premiership and stuff like that. So that really would entice Shai Bolton to actually think about his options and leave. So right now, I'm personally thinking that Shai Bolton will leave Richmond at the end of the year. Essendon actually have put an offer out and actually in the market to want to get, Shai Bolton. And I'm sure once it gets to the end of the year and he still hasn't re-signed, I'm pretty sure every club in the competition will be put their hand up. And I feel like the only way that Shai Bolton leaves is to Western Australia, where he actually is from. And out of the 2 Western Australian teams, I think Fremantle are the only team that actually really would have the assets and the money and cap to be able to fill him in. West Coast seem to be a bit of a don't really have that much cap space and assets after getting Tim Kelly a couple of off seasons ago. And to be honest, Fremantle seem to be on the rise. West Coast seem to be on the downward spiral. So you'll just want to pick Fremantle either way. And one move that I could see Fremantle giving up is if Adam Cerra actually does request to Victoria a straight swap for Adam Cerra for Shai Bolton in like a sign and trade type of situation seems to be probably the most realistic trade I could possibly think. They wouldn't have to really chuck picks because they're kind of the same value in plays. At least that's what I think. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like and a subscribe, and make sure to give me your opinion down below. And thanks for watching.